I'm on my way. I'm almost there. Just wait. Reading time's coming. Hi. Today I'm going to be reading a new series for you called Dragon Masters. And book number 1 is called Rise of the Earth Dragon by Tracy West and illustrated by Graham Howells. And the book is read with permission by Scholastic Inc. Well, let's get reading. Chapter 1. To the Castle. Drake didn't see the king's soldiers coming. He was busy digging in the onion patch. Pulled out a fat, white onion. A worm crawled on it. Drake didn't mind the worm. He was the son of a farmer. His family had been growing onions in the kingdom of Bracken forever. He would spend his life digging up onions, whether he wanted to or not. Drake picked up the worm. "Hello, little guy," he said. Then he put the worm back in the dirt. "Are you Drake?" a loud voice asked behind him. Drake jumped and turned around. One of the king's soldiers rode up on a black horse. He had a yellow beard. His shirt had a gold dragon sewn on it, the symbol of King Roland the Bold. "Yes, I'm Drake," said Drake, his voice shaking. "Soldiers never came to the fields, not unless a farmer was in trouble." The soldier rode up to Drake. He reached down and pulled him up onto his horse. "Hey, what are you doing?" yelled Drake. The soldier didn't answer. Drake's mother ran out of the hut. "Wait! Where are you taking my boy?" she yelled. "To King Roland," the soldier said. Drake's heart jumped a little. He had always wanted to meet the king. "But he's only 8, his mother yelled. She marched up to the horse. "The king has chosen him," the soldier said. "Chosen me for what?" Drake wondered. He knew better than to ask the soldier questions. Peasants like Drake weren't allowed to speak unless spoken to. "The king will take good care of him," the soldier said. Then he spurred on the horse and sped off. "Drake, do as the king says," his mother called out. Drake had never been on a horse before. He held on tight. Drake's heart pumped as fast as they raced through the village. They raced over the stone bridge. Finally, they stopped in front of King Roland's castle. The soldier helped Drake climb down from the horse. He opened the castle door and gave Drake a shove. They passed the paintings and statues and people in fancy clothes. The soldier stomped behind Drake as he walked through the halls. Drake wanted to look at everything, but the soldier gave him a push whenever he slowed down. Then they came to the stairs. They walked down, down, down. The soldier stopped at the door. "Where are we going?" Drake finally asked. "We're not going anywhere," the soldier said. "Good luck." Then he ran back up the stairs. "Hey, wait! What do you mean?" Drake yelled, but he was all alone. Drake looked down at the big stone door. He felt afraid, but more than that, he was curious. He pushed it open and saw the face of a giant red dragon. Drake blinked. He didn't believe his eyes. Then, whoosh! The dragon shot a huge fireball from his mouth. The end of chapter 1. Whoa, what an ending. A fireball out of the dragon's mouth? I hope Drake's going to be okay. I wonder what King Roland wants with Drake after all. Let's read chapter 2 and see what happens next. Here we go. Chapter 2. The Dragonstone. Drake dove away from the door. The fireball just missed him. "Vulcan, stand down," he heard someone yell. Drake stood up. A red-haired girl was standing in the doorway. "No more fireballs," she yelled at the dragon. He had shiny red scales and a long, thick tail. 2 big wings grew out of its back. Dragons aren't real, thought Drake. But Drake could see the dragon, and he had felt the heat from the fireball. A tall man walked past the girl. He had a long white beard. He wore a pointy hat and dark green robe. "Welcome, Drake," the man said. "I'm Griffith, the king's wizard." Did he say wizard? Drake had so many questions. "Is that a dragon?" he asked. "He's not just a dragon," said the girl. "He's my dragon. Vulcan is the best dragon in the kingdom." "Drake, meet Rory," Griffith said. "Rory, please take Vulcan away. Tell the others I'll be there shortly." "Others?" Drake thought. The girl sighed. "Fine, let's go, Vulcan." She led the dragon away. Then the wizard led Drake down a dark hall. "Why am I here, sir?" Drake asked. Griffith didn't answer. He stopped in front of the door. Griffith pointed at his big brass lock. Sparks flew from his finger. The lock opened. Drake's eyes grew wide. Wizard magic, he thought. He followed Griffith into the room piled high with strange things. He saw bottles filled with colorful waters and powders. Griffith picked up a wooden box. The box was carved with pictures of dragons. "This is why you're here," he said, opening the box. Drake peered inside. A green stone as big as his head glittered in the light. "The dragon stone told me you have the heart of a dragon," said the wizard. He tapped Drake's chest. "It did?" Drake asked. His eyes got big. "Yes, and those with the heart of a dragon become dragon masters for King Roland," Griffith said. Drake heard stories about the magical dragonstone, but he had never believed they were real. Now all his questions came spilling out. "How does a dragonstone know I have the heart of a dragon? And how did you find me? And what's a dragon master? And why does King Roland want dragon masters?" "The stone is old and mysterious," Griffith said. "I do not fully understand its magic. A dragon master is able to connect with dragons. As for the king, he is very fond of dragons, but he cannot control them." "So Vulcan isn't the only dragon?" Drake asked. The wizard grinned. "No, he's not." He handed Drake a green stone on a gold chain. "This is a piece of the dragon stone," he said. "It will help you connect with your dragon." Drake's heart jumped. "My dragon? I get a dragon?" he thought. He slipped the stone into his pocket. "Be careful, Drake," the wizard warned. "Dragons are dangerous, and even the dragon stone can't protect you from their powers." "What powers?" Drake asked. The wizard led him away without another word. That was an exciting chapter. Now that we found out that Drake is the king's dragon master. But that makes me think, what does that really mean, a dragon master? What does he do? Who's his dragon? What does he do with his dragon? And what are these powers of this dragon stone? Very curious indeed. Let's read chapter 3 and find out. Chapter 3. More Dragons. Drake's mind was spinning as he left the wizard's shop. He followed Griffith to a big underground room. There were no windows. Torches hung on the wall. Drake saw Rory and Vulcan. He also saw 2 more kids and 2 more dragons. "Drake, this is Bo," Griffith said, pointing to a boy with black hair, and his dragon, Shu. Bo was petting the dragon's tail. The dragon had shiny blue scales, but no wings. "Hi," Drake said. "Nice to meet you, Drake," the boy said politely. Griffith led Drake over to the girl with the long black hair. Her dragon had white scales. A yellow band of scales circled the dragon's neck. The tips of its wings were yellow too. "This is Anna and our dragon, Kepri," Griffith said. Dragon nodded. "Hi," he said. "We could use somebody new around here," Anna said with a grin. "You have met the other dragon masters and the other dragons. It is time for you to meet your dragon," Griffith said. Drake's heart pounded. "My family will never believe this," he thought. "Just this morning I was digging onions. Now I've ridden a horse. I've met a wizard. I've seen the dragon stone. And I'm going to meet my very own dragon." He and the other dragon masters followed Griffith down another dark hallway. "Dragons sleep in caves when they're not training," Bo explained as they walked. "Vulcan's cave is the biggest," Rory bragged. Griffith stopped in front of a small cave. Wood bars covered the cave. "Drake, meet your dragon," the wizard said. Well, lots of information in this one. We meet 2 new characters. Both are dragon masters, Anna and Bo, which makes 3 dragon masters. Rory, Anna, and Bo, all with their own dragons and training them. At the very end of this chapter, we find out Drake gets to meet his dragon right away. So, what do you think the dragon looks like? Do you think it's tall and majestic with beautiful gold wings? Maybe it's multicolored. Maybe it's small and fast. Well, let's read chapter 4 to find out. Chapter 4. Worm. Drake peered inside the dark cave. A dragon sat inside. Well, this creature kind of looks like a dragon, Drake thought. The dragon had brown scales that weren't shiny. He had 2 tiny wings. He had big green eyes and little ears. And he didn't look like he had any legs. He looked like a snake. A big snake. The only dragon-like thing about him seemed to be his long snout. Drake stepped up to the wooden bars. "Hi, dragon. I'm Drake." The dragon didn't move. "Put on the stone," Griffin said. Drake slipped the green stone around his neck. He felt a tingly feeling all over his body. Right away, the dragon lifted his head. He stared at Drake with his big green eyes. Drake felt a strange chill. Griffith stepped forward. "You must name your dragon," he said. Rory piped up. "Good luck naming him. He looks boring." "How about Noodlehead?" Anna asked with a giggle. Bo shook his head. "No, this dragon needs a good name." Drake looked carefully at the dragon. He looked at his long brown body. "Worm," he said. "His name is Worm." "That's a good name for an earth dragon," said Griffith, opening the gate. "Now, Drake, ask Worm to follow you." "Okay," Drake said. "Worm, please follow me." Worm crawled forward. "Good work," said the wizard. "Keep it up, Drake." "Come on," Drake said, starting to walk down the hallway. Worm crawled after him. "He really is like a big ugly worm," Rory said. "Rory, be nice," said Anna. Drake didn't say anything. Worm was like a big worm. "Where are we going?" he asked. "To the training room," Griffith replied. "Yeah," said Rory. "We'll see what you and your dragon are made of." Drake felt nervous. He touched his dragon stone. "How am I supposed to train a dragon?" he thought. "What if I fail? What if I'm not a dragon master after all?" That was the end of chapter 4. Well, thanks for joining me for this week for chapters 1 to 4 of Dragon Masters, Rise of the Earth Dragon. Join me next week while we read chapters 5 to 8, and let's see what happens with the continuing saga of the Dragon Masters with Drake and Worm. See you next week. Bye.